You chose for us to stay in this shop? Why? I'm just kidding. It's actually a very good move, and exactly what we are going to do. We are going to maximize the space a little more, kind of organize things just that much more, so that way we can get the most out of this space. We absolutely love this space. Some of the reasons why we are not getting the other spaces, we don't want to grow too fast. Airplane noise wouldn't get any better either. Anyhow, I'm gonna figure out what we can do about getting some more pallets, see, if we can fit that into the budget, because everything we need to do to get this other shop ready would be a really huge expense. We would have to get the electricity upgraded, because the box there is pretty much the same situation we were in when we first moved into this space. So we'd have to add 4 extra 220 outlets. I spent about $1,100 having a new box installed, and then these new lines, we had 3 extra 220 outlets installed, 2 of which go to the flashes over there, 1 goes to the compressor, and then a 110 that drops down to the press. That 110 may end up being useless with this new press that is coming in, but I know we can make this place work really well, and I want to be able to maximize it and just make it as efficient as possible. It would be great to get a bigger space to have all that room, but I think I don't want to grow things too fast without really considering things. And we're at a good spot, and by this time next year, we'll have a loan completely paid off, which I do not regret getting, because it allowed us to get this automatic and the current automatic that is coming in. So it has been a big help in growing our business, and who knows, by the end of next year we'll take another look at one of the bigger spaces, because I think it would be really great. At the same time, I don't want to overdo it and not be able to afford the lease on the place, or to be able to afford our rent at home and put us in a bad situation. So I think this is the safest route. So for those of you that said go ahead and get the space, it's exciting, right? It's exciting, but probably not the wisest decision, even though a lot of steps into the screen printing journey, getting the shop, going full time, to kind of walk through and think about everything. I think this is probably one of those decisions that I'm going to wait a little bit on. One of the things I'm thinking about is just taking this down. Since we are using Printavo, we're not really using this system anymore, although it worked pretty great initially. I think if we took that down and maybe built some sort of ladder either here or over in this space where our whiteboard is, I use that to jot down a lot of just kind of notes, YouTube videos and all that. However, I can jot that down somewhere else. It's just kind of nice having it there and being able to just kind of jot things down on a whim. Our whole lunchroom setup over here, I think I'll probably take this and then I will move it over there to where that whiteboard is. I think that will save us some space. I'll probably move the dryer back out into the center of the shop, even though I do feel like we have a little bit more space here. I don't know, I might keep it there and then just go ahead and vent it straight up through the roof. But I'm gonna kind of play around with some ideas to see what works best, because I know Shannon doesn't like it there, and I want her to be happy as well. And the reason she doesn't really care for it is because it's right here, and she, and myself included, we tend to bump ourselves on this corner right here. We can make it work and continue to work. Some of the other things I'm thinking about doing when the new press comes in is actually moving the press a little further that way, and perhaps I don't believe the flash is going to stick out as far as that, but we'll see when it gets here. But moving this the press just a little further that way, we can scoot the conveyor a little further that way, and if we get the pallets we need to completely eliminate this press, then I can break that down and tuck it away in the storage area that we are going to build up here. So I don't know whether I'm going to put a ladder here or over on that side. So I'm going to experiment with it a little bit. And I'm going to really evaluate some of the stuff that we do have here. What can go, what we no longer need. I mean, perhaps maybe there's something I can do with the ink station over here where we have our inks. Perhaps instead of this plastic shelf, maybe I can just take these manual squeegees down and just kind of tuck them away if we're getting that manual press just completely out of the picture, and build some sort of shelves, kind of some V shelves over here in this corner. Maybe that will help us utilize the space a little more, and that could potentially give me some more space for screens down this area. Yes, that is a mop bucket because we do need to mop around here. Yeah, need a mop bucket. I've actually thought about moving this compressor out here into where this grill is at. However, with the way the area is, I would not be surprised that it would just disappear within a couple days, overnight. And that's an expensive piece of equipment right there, so it'll probably stay there, and I'll probably build some sort of sound deadening. The press that we are getting it will consume a lot less air, so it will be kicking on and off a lot less, conserving that much more energy, costing us that much less on our utilities. One of the other cool things about this space is having the two doors allowing a breeze to come through. This space is not air conditioned by any means. It gets really hot during the summer. It's hot now, and it feels good out here in this breezeway, and also allows Apollo to do his thing. Plus, if we didn't have this breezeway, we wouldn't be able to bring him with us, and for him to get a little bit of exercise during the day. We hate the idea of leaving him home. One of the reasons we did get him is because we felt it was a good place for him to be able to run a little bit and bring him to work. So there is that, but not a deal breaker. Plus, we got a barbecue pit here for days that we feel like grilling for those long nights. We want to mix it up a little bit, have some grilled food. It's like a little party. Another not so obvious expense is the door front. It has definitely helped us bring in more business because of our visibility, so we would definitely have to do that to our other door front. It costs about, I don't know, about $500 to do that. Painting, that would be another few $100. Moving, that's time down, and then we'd have to play catch up quite a bit. So I think we're making the best decision, although it was really cool to check out that space. And it gives us something to look forward to, something to kind of like really aspire to and work hard for. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, a like, leave a comment below. Until next time, we will see you later. High five!